Welcome to Season 6 in my career. We're celebrating the next 6 weeks along with the two-time scoring champion, Tracy McGrady.
Arriving with T-Mac is a fresh stack of season rewards.
I will be up in the air with this Level 14 reward, a fun and functional drone transporting you around the
basketball fans. We welcome the starting lineup for your Toronto Raptors! At the shooting guard position, 6'7", number 55, Duncan Robinson. The big man in the middle, 6'10", number 42, Nikola Vucevic. At the other guard position, standing 6'2", number 5, Emmanuel Quickly. At small forward, at 6'6", number 9, Arthur Bennett. At 6'8" forward, number 4, Steve Barnes. The head coach of your home team. Fans, let's hear it once again for your Toronto Raptors!
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Charlotte Hornets. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Up at forward, it's Miller and Bridges. Trey Mann is out there with Ball, and it's Williams at the 5 down low. And for the Raptors, in at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Emmanuel quickly out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. This season has been full of surprises, Greg. What's surprising you most about the NBA right now?
Kevin, the game evolves constantly. I mean, the increased speed of the league, a lot more scoring. If your eyes aren't glued to the action, you might miss it.
Now, here's Bridges. Deep 2 from Ball. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And there's the length and skill working together there. Miller keeping that possession alive.
And the dunk by Robinson.
And a long windup and strong follow through on the one-hand game.
He's not going to mess that one up.
I certainly hope not.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Well, Barrett likes to shoot threes at a steady clip, and he's pretty free with those shots.
To the inside, and it's Williams finishing it off.
Assist goes to Trey Mann.
Here's Quickly. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Barrett finds Barnes. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
There you see the strength of Barnes. He's really hit the weight room, improving that upper body strength.
The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA. He had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a lead.
Pass to Vucevic from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
And you look for why they keep giving up buckets here, and their boxing out, or lack of boxing out, is really hurting them.
Ball, the pass to Bridges. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Out to Miller. Shot clock at 5. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Grant Williams is checked in for the Hornets. Great open look there.
Well, I love the feel Ball has when he should pull up or pass or whatever decision he has to make. His pace is outstanding.
Here's Quickly. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
Williams with a clean look. Off target from three-point range. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Darko Rajakovic and I got a chance to talk a little bit. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for him. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now here's Vucevic, following the miss by LaMelo Ball. Robinson kicks to Barrett. A 3-ball. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Man with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Out to Miller. Back to Man. Shot from free throw range, and Vucevic pulls it down.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. They trail by 7. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
Here is Miller after R.J. Barrett's bucket. Ball finds Williams. And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Outside, Ball. Barrett against Miller from 11 feet away.
A real struggle to shoot the ball in that first quarter.
Yeah, and it's been ugly. I mean, really ugly. They need to find a way to get a few easy baskets to try to build some confidence and some momentum.
Toronto with the ball, following the score by Charlotte. Quickly the pass to Robinson. Up top, Barrett. Over Miller. Barrett, no good. Hornets trail by 5. This one for 3. Shots good by Miller. Miller's got 5.
A huge reason Miller went so high in the draft. His three-point stroke. It's exactly what you want in a wing.
And that one's good. Barnes.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Man with it. Robinson on him. Floats it up for Williams. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Barnes with it. Now guarded by Ball. Here's Quickly. Misses the layup.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
In recent seasons, the Charlotte Hornets, Clark, have been very active in the trade market.
Well, it seems like they're always wheeling and dealing. I mean, they're on the quest for that perfect fit lineup, moving pieces around, trying to find the right recipe for success.
And you got to be careful how you guard Barnes, especially when he's in attack mode.
The Raptors shooting their second and third free throws tonight. No good on the free throw. And the defense of this Raptors team, Craig, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Pirtle, he's checked in for Vucevic. And Dick subbed in for Robinson.
He'll do that for you, too. Ball can go mid-range if he needs to.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Abaji's checked in, and Cameron Payne subbed in for Quickly. Here's Green, after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. On the wing, Miller. Garrett covering. Dick with the steal. Fast break, Toronto. And Pirtle gets it to go on the assist from Payne.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
They get a hand on it. Here's Williams. Back to Green. Dick with the steal. Abaji the pass to Dick. No good with the triple. Hornets trail by 3. The drive by Green, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And while only in the top 20 in terms of points off turnovers, I'm sure that's an area where they collectively would like to improve.
And the Hornets making a change here. Martin's checked in. And what stands out most, Clark, about Mark Williams, it has to be his rebounding.
Yeah, he's a glass-eating machine, and on a per-minute basis, he's one of the best in the league at corralling boards. But he's had a little bit of an issue staying healthy. When he's on the floor, though, he gives them a real powerful presence up front. Yes, sir. Brent Williams rising up.
Toronto's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Good work there as it goes. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Green. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. And Ball gets double-teamed. And that one's good. Green.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Abaji. Scoreless thus far.
And checking out some numbers for Barrett. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging about 19 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Well, you know that he can put points up in a hurry, and he leads this team in scoring.
Yeah, you know, I think he's got a great sense of how to keep their offense going and being productive. If somebody else is having an off night, then he kind of steps in and fills the gap.
Checked in for Ball. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we're just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Now here's Payne. 8 points his last outing. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Hey, he's not the quickest guy out there, but he can outsmart you and outwork you.
Here's Smith. Another shot, and Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Here's Dick. Hornets with the rebound.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone, really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Martin with the bucket.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Raptors trail by 3. And it's Nick Smith with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. Walter comes in for R.J. Barrett. And so it's Charlotte with it. The Raptors getting the bucket. Smith scanning the floor. Missed inside.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. Got to appreciate that stop.
Pass to Dick. Toronto working the ball around now. Walter. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Green. Offside Williams. The second chance effort. And Green with the lay-in. Green's got 6 points.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Purdy. On the wing, Green. Back to Smith. Now here is Martin. He's covered closely. 4 on the shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Jakob Poeltl. You guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hornets?
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Every timeout a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
All right, now let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You look at the Raptors. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Hornets, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And for the Raptors, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
And I can't see any reason why they can. I mean, they've got to be considered one of the favorites to lift the trophy for me.
Now, here's Boucher. No scoring in this one. Here's Poeltl. It's good. This game is all even.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
I think he has to play more conservative from this point on. I mean, that's 2 fouls already.
Raptors shooting it officially from the get-go. They're at 52% from the field. Here's Payne. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And stolen by Payne. So they take the lead. Payne's got 10.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Raptors. They're up by 2. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
32.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Raptors?
They've been so aggressive going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
In addition to that, how about the mid-range action we've seen from this group? Utilizing the jump shot to get them started in the right manner in this one.
Pirtle up there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Barnes. Then it's Walter. And it's quickly in at the one. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. And the Hornets with possession here. 4-point game. Here's Ball. Williams trying to break free. Ball with the bucket. He has 6.
Really important for Ball to maintain his poise around the basket. That's what allows him to take a bump like that and still convert. I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Here's Ball. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Buries the long-range jumper.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Wasted no time on that one. Quickly's got his second bucket tonight.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. The Raptors have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And he goes in for the dunk.
And when Fergal sees a guy on this team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. At the elbow, Williams. Knocks it loose. Pirtle with the ball, and it's Miller picking him up. Out to the right wing. Toronto working the ball around now. Barnes looking around. Shoots over Bridges. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And the Hornets making a change here. Mann's checked in.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
To the middle. Miller, the pass to Williams. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Known for his hard-nosed defense, Williams loves to get involved on offense, too.
Shooting for Charlotte, Grant Williams. 2 shots.
And Williams drops them both. Toronto calls timeout.
If you want a free shirt, you need to be a super fan, and that means bringing home the noise you've got right now.
And here's a look at some numbers for Brandon Miller. Toronto leading by 4. Now here is Robinson, defended by Mann. Robinson, that's good.
Tell you what, fellas, he is fun to watch when he's working like that and getting to the hoop.
To the paint. Here's Williams. There's the pass to Mann. Over Robinson. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Mann's got his second basket of the game. Barnes against Bridges. Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Hey, this mix of agility, instinct, athleticism, Ball able to drive right in for the big throwdown.
Barnes passes to Quickly. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Pass to Bridges. Quickly against Ball. Passes it to Miller. 5 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Bridges misses. And stolen by Williams. Late D that time from Vucevic. Toronto leading by 4. Quickly the pass to Barnes. Misses the baby hook.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration too.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And right where he wants to be. It's so dangerous letting Barnes get inside like that.
Ball, the pass to Bridges. Elbow shot is on the way. Barnes grabs the miss.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baiting him into it.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
So it's the Hornets now. The Raptors getting the bucket.
And that's just terrific positioning on his part to get that board. I mean, he might not have the size, but his basketball IQ and feel is off the charts.
Well, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
And Barnes sends it back.
Oh, tremendous defense there from Barnes. That 7'2" wingspan coming in handy.
And the dunk by Barnes.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Quickly the pass to Abaji. Back to Quickly. Shoots over Ball. And it's Quickly missing. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Trailing here by 8. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 5th assist in this one. Vucevic finds Robinson. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And here's Barnes for 3. That's his 6th field goal today. And that makes him now 6 for 11.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Charlotte calls timeout. You look at Scotty Barnes, what a contribution.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
Checked in for Robinson. And then for Charlotte, Williams, he's checked in for Grant Williams. And it's Cody Martin in for Ball. Outside, Martin. Charity stripe shot. Williams. Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Lets it go from 11, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Pass to Bridges. Good D by Barnes.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Vucevic to the pass to Quickly. That shot misses. Hornets trail by 9. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Barrett kicks to Quickly. Shoots over Mann. Barrett the pass to Quickly. Here's Abaji. And a miss there on the triple. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition tape foul. One thing you know you're going to get from Bridges, he can really score.
That has never been a problem for him. He's always been able to put it in the basket. He's got a really good feel and stays in attack mode when he's on the offensive end.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That's foul number 2 for him.
13 foul.
Here's Mann, quickly covering. Here's Bridges.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort. And they're top half of the league in field goal percentage. And patience has been one of their better virtues.
And the three-point shooting you discussed, GA, it stretches the opposing defense to its limits. Leave them alone on the perimeter, and it will come back to bite you. Smith checked in for Charlotte. Barnes hits them both.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
Knocked away. Smith against Quickly. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Mann.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Look how ready Barnes is to play physically. He insists on finishing his motion.
He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5. The first one falls.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Josh Green's checked in for Miles Bridges.
And Barnes, an all-around threat. A good scorer, aggressive rebounder, solid passer, and more than capable defensively.
Barrett finds Quickly. Here's Abaji. And here is Barnes. He's guarded by Williams. Abaji, the pass to Barnes. Connects on the foul line jumper. Barnes has got 21.
Well, I love what he's done in this first half, at least so far. Increasing confidence every time down the floor. You can see it.
Man. And Barnes sends it back. And stolen by Barnes. Now the Raptors moving it up. And Vucevic throws it down.
Nice instincts there defensively. Great to see Barnes getting after it like this.
And the Hornets call time here.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Brady Diggs checked in for the Raptors. Cameron Payne comes in for Quickly. Brandon Miller, he's checked in for Charlotte. And stolen by Payne. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And the dunk by Barnes.
And a guy who has quickly adapted to playing NBA offense. Barnes, he can be a producer.
Hornets trail by 12. Now, here is Smith. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. That makes it 7 straight misses for him. Definitely not the start he was looking for.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Vucevic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, they're shooting the three extremely well this quarter. My, throwing some gas on the fire for sure.
And stolen by Payne. Here's Dick. And he gets the bucket. And the Raptors lead by 17.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they really started to get it closer to the basket.
Yeah, and that's a nice adjustment on their part. Even for the best three-point shooting team, sometimes you got to do a little something different to get your offense going.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking coming up for the Charlotte Hornets. On Sunday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Monday, they'll head home to take on the Utah Jazz.
And that game against Sacramento It's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
Boy, after lighting the court on fire in that first quarter, he's put up a donut so far in the second.
Out to Barrett. Three-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got assist number 5 here tonight. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Charlotte. They could use a bucket. Here's Miller. Right side, Williams. And he drops it in from the low post.
Assist goes to
Williams has got 12.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Now, here's Barrett. No good that time. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Shots good by Miller.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Raptors moving the ball around. Here's Barrett. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 10.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And so it's Toronto feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They led by 2 after the first. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what you see out there?
They're getting into the lane whenever they want, getting some high percentage looks. I don't see the coaching staff switching up too much. Keep it simple. Force your opponent to adapt to it.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
First of all, where's the intention on this? I think the team is pushing this. At least try to put a stop to it. Nope. Just keep giving up open looks, letting the lead get bigger and bigger and bigger.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing a tremendous game from Scotty Barnes.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. On the court for the Hornets, Trey Mann is out there with ball. Then it's Williams. Then there's Brandon Miller. And it's Green in at the 4. Here's Mann. Inside. Here's Ball. No good there. Robinson finds Barnes. The 10-footer. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Ball. Green breaking loose.
Well, it's great seeing Ball finish with strength like that, showing off the athleticism with that rim-rocking throwdown.
Here's Robinson. Hornets with the rebound. Mann's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low, Miller. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And that one's good, Barnes.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Ball, the pass to Green. And Barnes sends it back. Over Green. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Barnes has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Mann. 8 points for him. To the middle. And Ball slams it in.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. You might as well just get out of the way when that's the case.
Inside. And again, Scotty Barnes. And that's 31 points for Barnes.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Mann finds Green, and you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block.
And here we go. Coach's challenge on that goaltending call. Now, the coach didn't think the call was correct.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
If via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Let's take a look at the teams that have done a great job of converting turnovers into points since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Raptors.
Their defense has taken on a new life since the break. I mean, they're getting into teams, forcing turnovers, and they look like a different group.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. That one good for 2. Bridges has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Bridges, in some ways, to me, is a throwback player. He's a 6'6" forward and does a little bit of banging down low. Actually, a lot of banging down low.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
It's his first trip to the line.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, hopefully it's not from lack of effort on his part. But his free throw shooting, compared to what he did last year, has been terrible.
That one is no good. Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Raptors leading by 18. Barrett dishes to Barnes. Driving in. It's good. Barnes has got 10 points here in the second half.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Mann passes to Bridges. A putback. There's Williams. And the slam by Williams.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And with this kind of momentum behind him, they're a terror. Love seeing him hammer it home.
Ball kicks to Miller. Back to Ball. Unloads. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Ball's got 17. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Raptors. They're at the pass to Robinson. And with the rebound. Mann's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Ball slams it in.
Well, you look at Ball, and I really think he excels more in the open court than he does in the half court.
Hurdle kicks to quickly. Now the dish to Robinson. Cranes the three-pointer. He's got 7.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Miller, no up. Raptors leading by 19. The pass to quickly. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 4 assists in the game. Hornets have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Ball, the pass to Miller. 9 feet out. Again, the Hornets score.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. He's been absolutely relentless.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the league recalibrated its emphasis on fouling during last season. Commissioner Adam Silver said there was a sense that offensive players had too much of an advantage. So an adjustment was made. Fans want great offense, but they want players to be allowed to play defense as well. I think that's what we're seeing. Kevin, it's a welcome change.
Welcome indeed. No doubt about it, D.A. Mann passes to Williams. He kicks it to Ball. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Toronto calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically, there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte. Smith comes in for Trey Mann. Quickly up top. He's covered by Ball. And it's quickly missing. Hornets trail by 19. Ball, the pass to Smith. Here's Bridges. From 8. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Bridges has got 4 this quarter.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Launches it. Raptors with a fresh shot clock. A 3 from quickly. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Bridges has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
I'll tell you what, the competitive spirit of Ball, I absolutely love it. This guy is relentless.
Here's Abaji. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal foul.
It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there.
Cody Martin, he's checked in for the Hornets. Both shots good from the stripe. Hornets trail by 17. Bridges outside. No good off the back of the rim. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Smith dishes to Bridges. Back to Smith. Pass the ball. For 3. Traps in the tray. Ball's got 24 points.
A good look there. And he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Here's Dick. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. And the Raptors lead by 17. Quickly against Smith. Jacks up a three. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
And Toronto turns it over again.
Here's a look at some stats for Pirtle.
The past month has been surreal. And he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Here's Quickly, following the bucket by the Hornets.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
To the inside, Williams. And Williams throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
The shot's good from Quickly.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Smith on the wing. Unloads from 13. Boucher with the rebound. Raptors leading by 15. Birtle, the pass to Abaji. Took him no time at all on that one. Abaji's got his second basket of the night.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
After shooting about 59% from the floor offensively, they've been running without a hitch. And the dunk by Dick.
The skill level of Pirtle, admirable. So good at getting the ball over to the open teammate.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That's his third foul of the game. Some changes for Toronto. Walter, he's checked in for Jakob Pirtle. And it's Payne in for Quickly. The Hornets also with the sub. Green's checked in. Now, here's Ball. He's got 24. Williams. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Williams has got his third basket of the night. Now here's Payne. Defense right on him. And they pick up two.
Oh, what a nifty play off the dribble there. Creates barely enough space to get off the shot.
Here's Ball. And he uses the glass on the layup. Ball's got 26 points.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And how about a look now at the first-year block leaders in the NBA? Here are the top rookie intimidators. And you look at Walter, fifth in the league in patrolling the paint.
And that ability to send shots away at the rim, so highly valued, it takes guts to put yourself in harm's way and contest those finishers.
Boy, he does such a good job of positioning himself, so you have a hard time getting shots over. One of the best of all rookies denying the rim.
Now here's Payne, following the miss by LaMelo Ball.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
That's good from Payne. And Toronto making a change here. Vucevic is checked in. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Williams is checked in. Good on both. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Ball dishes to Williams. It drops. That's his ninth field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
When he gets room like that, look out, because he will score.
Passes to Dick. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Right side, ball. Floats it up for Williams.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus ball.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Scotty Barnes is out there with Robinson. Then it's Payne, and it's Vucevic, and it's Dick in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
R.J. Barrett's checked in for Toronto.
Raptors, R.J. Barrett. Get low, Theo. It's time for your north side crew. Give it up once again for your north.
And Vucevic has got the ball here for Toronto. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Here's Robinson. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the paint, pass to Man. And it's off from three-point range. Raptors leading by 18. Robinson kicks to Vucevic. Now the pass to Payne. Shoots over Man. That one a little long. Charlotte's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The offensive rebound. Miller, no up. Bridges with the steal. Miller, no up. Robinson finds Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
They look to Barrett in these spots because they trust the young man's ability to finish in the open court.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Man passes to Green. Here's Man. Payne covering. Now Man. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Williams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Toronto. Now here's Payne. Over Bridges. Payne can't hit.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Here's Payne. Pass to Vucevic. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. For 3, Barrett. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Man passes to Bridges. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Offensive rebound.
Bridges brings a toughness to his team's interior scoring because of his athleticism, physicality, and aggressiveness.
Second team foul.
And that one falls for Bridges.
Line for the Hornets, Miles Bridges, taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Outside for Robinson. Over Green. Robinson misses.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Man. Robinson with the block. There it finds Pirtle. And it's Payne in the corner. Back to Pirtle. Barrett with the ball. Buries it down low. Barrett's got 7 now in this quarter.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
A moment for an injury report. Now with an update on Scotty Barnes from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Toronto's head athletic trainer. And after looking at it, he's told me that it doesn't appear as serious as they initially thought. They're holding him out for the rest of the game, and although they don't think he'll be out long, they haven't ruled out the chance that he could miss additional games as well. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And real quickly, he's checked in for Payne.
And this is Barrett at his best, looking for a shot, being active on offense. Love it.
Green in the high post. Here's Man, quickly covering. Man with it, over Pirtle, and Pirtle sends it back. And the shot is good.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Raptors leading by 20. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Boy, gotta respect Pirtle's aggressiveness. Putting it on the floor and getting the job done on the drive, that's big time.
Charlotte's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Bridges. Back to Man. Over quickly, and he wheels that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Quickly kicks to Pirtle. Now, here's Quickly. Defended by Man. Robinson on the wing. The Raptors need to get a shot for 3. Barrett. Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
Boy, so smart and relentless on the offensive glass. Seems to me that Vucevic has that extra sense of tracking down missed shots. Seems to just have a nose for the ball.
The Hornets shooting here about 46% for the game. And Pirtle sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. A last touch by Pirtle. And so it's Charlotte with it. Here's Man. Bridges outside. Drills the three-pointer. Bridges has got 11 points here in just the second half.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Pass to Pirtle to the middle. And Barrett with the basket on the assist by Pirtle. Barrett's got 26.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Man passes to Miller. Over Barrett. And Vucevic pulls it down. Raptors leading by 21. Barrett kicks to Pirtle. At the elbow, Vucevic. Barrett against Miller. Outside Robinson. No good on the triple. Hornets trail by 21. Now, Man. Stolen by Robinson. Now running up the court. Robinson pushing it up. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Here's Man, quickly covering. Man gets the bucket.
Slick crossover move. The defense had no way of keeping up.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. And Barrett slams it in.
Boy, Vucevic so solid in all fundamentals of the game, and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
Poked away, stolen by Quickly. Inside. And again, it's R.J. Barrett. 32 points for R.J. Barrett.
And it just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Man, quickly covering. It's stolen by Vucevic. Oh, and here comes Robinson all alone.
Trey Man. That's his second personal foul.
Craig, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Now, here is Smith. The pass to Miller. Over Robinson. Miller, no luck.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
Walter can't get it to go. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
Hornets foul. Cody Martin. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for
that free throw good from Walter.
Walter! Taking 2 shots.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And it's Miller. It's off the key. Feeds it to Bridges. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller.
The assist.
Miller's got 4 assists in the game.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Payne. Here's Pirtle. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And Pirtle has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now, here is Smith. Back to Martin. Stripped away. Robinson on the wing. Covered by Miller. Payne dishes to Pirtle. The tray. Boucher's shot is off. Stolen by Robinson. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Miller. Takes the three. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And Toronto making a change here. Barrett's checked in. Mark Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Pirtle. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Here's Martin. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller.
And not just the score. Miller can dish it as well, showing great vision on that play.
Boucher passes to Pirtle. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got 14 rebounds tonight, going after.
And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding for the Raptors.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And now racking up their, I can't believe I'm saying it, 71st victory of the season. Wow. Not something that happens often. What a ride it's been for this team.
And they're going to close them out here for the second time this year. This gives them a season series lead of 2-0 with just one game left to play against the Hornets.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Scotty Barnes.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Here's Payne, and the rejection by Smith. Martin, the pass to Williams. Basket, good.
Even though he's 6'6", Williams plays big inside. He's not afraid to go up against the big boys.
Barrett for three. Rebound by Williams. And here's Smith. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.